Hare Krishna everyone, so welcome back to Shravanam Diaries podcast. I'm your host Sulalita Devidasi. Welcome everyone, and we are continuing to read the book called Civilization and Transcendence by His Divine Grace Śrīla A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupāda, and this is chapter 13, The Way to Peace. Puṣṭa Kṛṣṇa. Next question, Śrīla Prabhupāda. Quote, do you envision a different role for the Vedic culture in the Western countries, where the influence of other great religions has been felt for centuries? Śrīla Prabhupāda. No, there is no different role, in quotes, different role. God is one. God cannot be two. As Krishna states in the Bhagavad-gītā 7.7, Mattah parataram nanyat kinchidasti dhananjaya. Quote, there is no authority superior to me, unquote. That is God. Now people have to understand that Krishna is God. There is no different role for the Vedic culture. The role is the same worldwide. 5,000 years ago, Krishna said, I am the supreme authority. There is no authority superior to me. He is still so. Therefore, we are simply attempting to introduce Krishna. Previously, nobody attempted to introduce the supreme authority, Krishna, all over the world. We are just trying to introduce Krishna, following the orders of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who appeared 500 years ago. He is Krishna, and he wanted this Krishna consciousness to be spread all over the world. Prithivite acheyata nagaradigrama Sarvatra prachara haipemora nama. Quote, in every town and village throughout the world, said Lord Chaitanya, the chanting of my holy name will be heard. Krishna is not just for India. He is for everyone, because he is God. In Bhagavad-gītā he affirms, Aham bija pradah pita. Quote, I am the seed-giving father of all living entities, unquote. Not just the living entities in the human society, but also all other living entities like the aquatics, the insects, the plants, the birds, and the beasts. Everything is there in the Vedic culture. But this culture of Krishna consciousness, which is summarized in Bhagavad-gītā As It Is, had not been preached properly. Everyone had interpreted Bhagavad-gītā in his own way, to satisfy his own whims. We're just trying for the first time to present Bhagavad-gītā as it is, and it is becoming effective. So this is not a different role for the Vedic culture. It is the actual role. Nobody had tried for it. Therefore, Krishna had been unknown in the Western countries. But even though we have been attempting to introduce him for only a few years, still, because it is a reality, Krishna consciousness is being accepted. So, it is not a new role for the Vedic culture. The role is already there, to preach Krishna consciousness. That is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's vision. He says, especially to people born in India, Bharata bhumite manushya janma hailayara janma sarthakara karikara paropakara. Quote, anyone who has taken his birth as a human being in India, Bharata Varsha, should make his life successful and work for the upliftment of the whole world. Indians are meant for this business, for the upliftment of the whole world, because all over the world people are unaware of Krishna. So anyone who is born in India should attempt to broadcast the message of Bhagavad-gītā and Krishna. That is the order of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This is not a new role for the Vedic culture. The role is already there. 500 years ago, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu spoke of it. But all the various swamis and yogis who came here, they never introduced Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Now it is being done, and people are accepting, naturally. This is the Krishna consciousness movement. So if everyone joins, either Indian or non-Indian, in this movement, there will be one religion, and there will be peace. Peace will prevail. This is the only way. Bhaktaram yagyatapasam sarvaloka maheshwaram suhridam sarvabhutanam gyatva mam shantim richati. Quote, a person in full consciousness of me, knowing me to be the ultimate beneficiary of all sacrifices and austerities, the Supreme Lord of all planets and demigods, and the benefactor and well-wisher of all living entities, attains peace from the pangs of material miseries. This is the way to attain Shanti, peace. Understand Krishna, that He is the Supreme Enjoyer, the Supreme Proprietor, and the Supreme Friend of everyone. Accept Krishna as your friend, you'll be happy. This is the message of Krishna consciousness. And chapter 14, return to real life. Puṣṭa Kṛṣṇa. Śrīla Prabhupāda, the final question is, what is your view regarding proselytizing or preaching? Śrīla Prabhupāda, we are simply attempting to bring people to the real understanding. Krishna says, Mamaivaṁsho jiva bhuta. All living entities are part and parcel of me, he says. He says, Sarva yoni shokaunteya aham bija pradakpita. Quote, of all forms of life, I am the seed-giving Father. Unquote. In other words, the natural position is that every living entity, animals, plants, and human beings, including Indians, American, Czechs, everyone is part and parcel of Krishna. So our Krishna consciousness movement is not a process of trying to convince people of some speculative idea. This movement is actually bringing people to their real position, that they're all part and parcel of Krishna. It is not artificial proselytizing. You are Christian, now become a Hindu. It is not like that. This movement is actually bringing people back to their original natural position, part and parcel of Krishna. The effects of artificial proselytizing will not stand. But when one comes to the real understanding of his position, then that will continue. This Krishna consciousness movement is that real understanding, bringing everyone back to his original position. At the present moment, everyone is in a diseased condition. People are thinking they are something other than servants of Krishna. Now this movement is trying to bring everyone to the position of recognizing that they are eternal servants of Krishna. This movement is not some kind of rubber stamp proselytizing. You were Christian, now you are Hindu. After all, if one does not know what his position is, what benefit will he derive by simply being stamped Hindu? Puṣṭa Kṛṣṇa. No benefit. He'll still be in ignorance of his real spiritual identity. Śrīla Prabhupāda. If you keep someone on the ignorant platform, then what is the benefit of making a Christian or a Muslim into a Hindu? No, artificially changing someone into a Hindu will not help. One must know the philosophy of life. One must know what God is. One must learn how to love God. That is real life. Haribol! To the real life, seriously. Real life. Can you believe it? We have completed this book, Krishna Chaitanya, already. Alright, so thank you so much for tuning in today. The link to this book is in the description, and tomorrow we shall begin the next book, and I'm going to tell you what is it. It's going to be Teachings of Queen Kunti. Haribol. If you don't know who is Queen Kunti, Queen Kunti was the mother of the Pandavas in the Mahabharata. She was Krishna's aunt, and she offered beautiful prayers. If you ever heard the song Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. She sings it better, Mataji Karnamrita. If you haven't heard the song, it's called Prayers of Kunti or Kunti's Prayers. You can search it somewhere on Spotify. Karnamrita Mataji has these beautiful prayers. So these are very beautiful prayers, and Śrīla Prabhupāda gave beautiful commentary on these prayers based on what previous acharyas say and based on bona fide philosophy that is presented by her. So it will be a very, very, very exciting book as well, and we shall begin it tomorrow. So stay tuned, and we shall see you. Hare Krishna.